Welcome, everyone, to Chaotic Good Improv's Thursday night short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. I've actually said the title in one fell swoop. That's a success for me. Thank you, guys, and welcome to tonight's show. We've got a great list of games and actors that are going to be improvising and performing for you guys for your comedic pleasure. Before we get rolling as to who is here and what's going on, I'd like to switch it over to Chad real quick so that he can give us any announcements or things that we need to make sure we know.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. And once again, welcome to everyone who's watching tonight. We are Chaotic Good Improv. We will be... I am probably not on air. Oh, wait, I am. Never mind. We're good to go. Yes, would like to thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you for watching us. And if this is your first time here, definitely welcome. And if this is your umpteenth time here, also welcome. I would like to throw out a few thank yous. We are supported by our viewers. So if you would like to join their lucky ranks, you can visit us at twitch.tv/Chaotic Good Improv and maybe throw a couple of coins in our hat via Twitch subscriptions or bit cheers. And all that will be explained on the Twitch website. If you have Amazon Prime, consider going over there and doing a Twitch Prime subscription, and that will support us at no extra cost to you. So if you do that, you'll have our undying love and gratitude, and maybe a few emotes of our weird floating heads that you can put in the chat. But to that end, I would like to thank Mvon7843, who just subbed for 2 months at Tier 1, so thank you so much, and is already, putting... Mvon said in the chat, I will go to the ends of the earth for you, Chad. So there is that. I feel special already. Eagle Panini, also thank you so much for the bit cheers. And also, I don't want to leave out anyone on Facebook or YouTube. I will be monitoring the chat in YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. So if you have any suggestions for any of the scenes that we're going to be doing tonight, because we will be doing short form improv, and we will turn to you, the audience, and ask you for suggestions to get our scenes started, be sure to put them in the chat in any one of in the main Facebook feed, in the YouTube feed, or in Twitch, and I'll be sure to review them. If we don't get to them in one game, they may show up again later in the show, so just keep that in mind. But with all that introduction, I'm going to turn it back over to Chris so we can get things started. Be sure to let folks know that we're loud and live. Share this, get folks watching. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you, Chad. I've been notified that since I use my phone as my camera, my phone vibrates every once in a while when I get an update. So if you hear a vibration, that is my phone. So thank you, Chad. Tonight's show, we're going to be improvising. That means everything's going to be made up on the spot. So this show will have never existed and will never exist again. This is the first and only time this show will ever be. So we're going to be needing suggestions from you guys throughout the show. So anytime one of us asks for some suggestions, feel free to type them into the chat, and we'll use those for our games. Let me introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. My name is Chris. Woo-hoo. Hey. We have a special guest with us tonight. He's also another Chris, even though I can't see him in his screen right now. There he is, Chris Davis.
Oh my gosh!
I'll be honest with you. If I knew he was ducking and waiting for the introduction, I would have waited longer. But Chris Davis, local Birmingham improviser, stand-up comic, artist, all-around fantastic human being, is going to be joining us here tonight with this little queen wave. I like that so much. And we've got Gabe here tonight, which is always a pleasure. Gabe. We've got Ty.
Ty.
We have Melanie. And we have Patrick, who is celebrating his 30th birthday today with us here on set.
Hey, happy birthday.
And of course, we've got Chad.
All you need is the last four of my social security and my mother's maiden name. You can have my identity.
And the street you live on, your high school mascot, any of those things, your first car, just bring them out. You know what? You should just weasel them into different
guess my identifying information in the chat. Just go ahead and start guessing.
Why do they win tonight, Patrick?
We always got to thank Chad. He's the man who makes all this magic happen. Without him, we would not be able to be streaming to you guys live. And also, real quick, just to plug Chris Davis. Every day, it's at noon on Facebook?
Noon.
He does Walking Around with Chris Davis. So those of you guys who've never been to Birmingham or watching this from somewhere else, if you want to get a glimpse as to some parts of the city you may not see normally, some that would be nice. But Chris, every day for about 30, 45 minutes, walks around, stream of consciousness, speaks his mind about the various observations he makes. It's a great 30 minutes. I would recommend tuning in every day.
I appreciate you calling it stream of consciousness when it's just me rambling.
All right. Well, we're going to get the show rolling here. Our very first game we've got here is a game of Change with Melanie and Gabe. Let me go ahead and set my background to darkness. Oh, you can't see my top. I like it. I mean, you can see this top, but just not this top. So this very first game is a game of Change. And what we need as a suggestion for this game is location. Any place. It doesn't have to be a specific country or city, but it can just be any location, any building or a room or anything of that nature. And we'll use that for this game because Melanie and Gabe will be performing a scene based on your suggestion. And but the stipulation of this game is anytime I choose, I can say change. And whenever I say change, whoever just spoke last will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different and then have to justify why that new thing is part of the scene. Chad, you're perusing through our Twitch chats and our Facebooks and our YouTube live chats. Have you come up with a location suggestion that you approve of and would like to see a scene?
We have a suggestion for a rest stop.
A rest stop. Make sure you enunciate every consonant in that word rest stop. This is change. The suggestion is rest stop in 3, 2, and 1.
Tink, 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 beep, boop, boop, beep, beep.
Kunk.
Wow, that looks really delicious.
It is delicious. I needed something to refresh myself. It's been a long car ride.
Yeah, I'm really thirsty too, honey. But
well,
that's okay.
I have some more dimes. If you
do, that would be really.
Of course,
great.
I have a bag of dimes right here. Shink, shink, shink. You go crazy, darling.
Oh, I think I'm gonna have a Sprite.
Change.
No, I think I'm gonna have a Grapico.
Change.
Oh, they have tequila.
Yes, things have really changed in 2020 in rest stops. I like the change we made. We realize our citizens really need that bump to get themselves back on the road and back into life.
Well, they must know. They must take pictures and see that I'm not the one driving, or they wouldn't have let me get the tequila, right?
Ooh,
right?
Of course. I was hoping I might get a little snip of it, though.
Change.
I was hoping maybe we get 2, and then we could share them both with me.
Change.
Yes, I would never drink and drive. That's irresponsible. I might run over someone like your mother.
Hey, listen. The whole reason we're taking this road trip is to get away from my mom, okay? And that's also why I am drinking. The last time we saw her, I know she called you a lot of names.
She did.
I'm sorry. You're not a worm.
I'm not a worm. I'm not a wimp. I'm not half a man.
No, you're not.
I'm starting to feel like it.
Change.
I am half a man. From the waist down, I'm pure mermaid. I've been meaning to tell you, these legs are prosthetics. Really, it's just fish down there.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it would explain why we don't have children yet.
Yes, but a big aquarium.
I demanded a pool, but you said no, it was too expensive. So I just thought a 60-gallon aquarium would at least give me some room to splash. It's not as big as I was thinking when I bought it. 60 gallons sounds a lot bigger than it really is. I can only get half of my fin in there. It's very uncomfortable.
You looked so squished. I felt so bad for you. You looked so comfortable in there. I thought you liked it.
Change.
You looked so sexy. The way your gills just squished against the glass.
You knew? You saw my gills? You knew
did.
my fishy secret?
I did. We've been married for 2 years now.
Yeah.
Jerome, I knew.
I don't know how I thought you didn't know. I was too ashamed to mention it. You know, it's like when someone has crud on their teeth. You don't always tell them. It's like when someone has a boogie in their nose. You don't always tell them. I don't know. I just am too emotional to even break down what I'm feeling. The feelings are different in my human half and my fish half.
I know. And I have to tell you, the other reason we took this trip is I had to get away from my mom because she said she thought you were fishy.
And seed. Nice done. Hey, kudos to your character for being able to drive on a road trip with prosthetic legs. That's kudos to that.
Yeah. It's a lot of practice with those prosthetics.
All right, so next we have objection. So this is a fun game for us. What I'm going to need from the chat is a couple of just something that people could debate, sort of like Coke versus Pepsi, or something, two opposites that don't need to necessarily make a lot of sense, but just two things that you think would make for a good debate. And what's going to happen is I'm going to let Ty go ahead and start with one side of that debate, and Chris will come in and argue with him. But after that, it's going to get a little freeform with people objecting to what they're hearing and chiming in on this very intense trial that we're about to have. So do we have some suggestions, Chad?
They're a little slow coming in, but yeah, they're starting to come in a bit slowly. So go ahead and put them in the chat. Let's keep them, civil and everything.
Something something civil that you'd like these guys to debate tonight.
A civil war, as it were. Let's go with flowers versus vegetables in a garden.
Flowers versus vegetables in a garden.
Ty,
We're going to go in. Ty is going to take the veggie argument. Chris will take the flowers. And this is objection in 3, 2, and 1.
So I just want to start by saying it is very clearly vegetables are the far superior option when planting in a garden because you can eat vegetables. You are planting something that will sustain you later on. It's not just for show. This is actually something that will help you grow and help you be a better person. So I don't even know what we're arguing about. Clearly, vegetables are the best choice.
Well, see, here's the thing: is what I heard was you. You're being very selfish with your gardening. See, flowers are for everyone. These bees will come. Not only are they beautiful to look at, they pollinate the flowers. They'll germinate, pollinate a bunch of other flowers. It's a giving sort of pastime. You plant your flowers. Those flowers will then bloom and blossom other flowers in other people's gardens. And you know what? If it wasn't for my flowers, your vegetable garden probably wouldn't be doing as well because those insects would not be pollinating in your fields.
Objection.
Yes. Oops.
Yes, sir.
said flowers going from your yard to someone else's yard. I don't know if you know, Monsanto sued people for their corn that got into other people's gardens. So getting your seeds mixed up with somebody else's is not kosher.
Objection.
Yes, Ty.
So I know for a fact that Chris has no idea what the word kosher truly means. I know that for a fact that he has not actually studied anything when it has to do with kosher anything. So I don't think he's the right person to be telling us.
Patrick, yes.
Objection. I don't need someone coming down and saying that just because you've studied something that you know what the facts are. Okay. Here's the real deal. It is 2020. We make stuff as we go along now. Okay. And if you want to come in here with your books and your studies and your research and your scientific method.
Objection.
Yes, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't follow an argument that is being punctuated by air quotes. I don't think air quotes are official. They should be banned in all courts of law. They do not quote over anything.
Objection.
Yes,
I think the simple existence of air guitar means air quotes are also relevant. I think those two things go hand in hand. You can't really have one without the other.
Objection.
Yes, Ty.
The difference between having an air guitar and air quotes, though, they're not the same thing. An air guitar is just pretending to be something that you're not. Air quotes help you make a point. So comparing those two really that's not a good argument.
Objection.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Objection.
yes, Patrick.
When I use air quotes, I am punctuating. You might even say percussing. This is nothing more than a simple air drum where I'm hitting 4 cymbals at the same time, and that rocks just as hard as playing an air strat, maybe a good air like drum set or air bass. Like
Objection.
Yes, Chris.
I really liked this girl once, and she wouldn't go out with me, but she went out with a guy who won an air guitar contest. And I was really offended by that. And it still triggers me to this day. So I prefer nobody talk about air guitar.
Yeah, objection.
Yes.
I worked for Tinder doing surveys for what women wanted, and the answer was never men who rocked an air guitar. So I don't think that story could possibly be true.
Objection.
Yes, Ty.
I am a killer air guitarist. I actually am the one who's Chris's girlfriend went to after Chris went on that date. So I will have you know that women do love a good rocking air guitar.
Objection.
I am living proof.
Yes, Chris.
I know for a fact Ty has never been with a girl before. There is no way that anyone has ever dated him. This is purely speculative and it's outright lie. I think that this court should hold him in contempt and for his perjurious statements that he is saying.
Yes, Chris.
Perjurious can't be a word, and it can't possibly be a word. I refuse to acknowledge that it's a word. I'm not a lawyer or a constable, if you will, but that can't possibly be a word. Please stop using made-up words.
Fine, I concede vegetables are better than flowers.
And there we go. And scene.
I like the direction that one took. That got vicious. All right. So this next game we're going to play is a game for Gabe, Chris, Ty, and Patrick. It's one of our favorites. It's a game called Switch. And what we're going to need for this is just flood the chat with any suggestions whatsoever. Doesn't matter what the suggestions are. They can be places, people, relationships, arguments, objects. It doesn't really matter because we're going to use them for this game. We're going to have 4 different scenes going on with 4 pairs of actors. And as you can, so the first scene will be between Gabe and Chris. The second scene is Chris and Ty, then Ty and Patrick, and then Patrick and Gabe will have a scene. Each of them will have their own suggestion. And anytime I want to switch between these different scenes, all I have to do is call out that suggestion. The scene that's going on will stop. The scene with that suggestion will start. And I can switch through these scenes as often and as frequently, which is just a synonym of often, as I like. So, Chad, do we have some suggestions here that I can type into?
Yes, certainly. First of all, we have a suggestion for geometry.
Geometry. So that will be the suggestion for Chris and Gabe. Gabe and Chris, geometry is their seed. Okay. Now I need a suggestion for Chris and Ty.
Ooh, comic books.
Comic books. All right, comic books would be the suggestion for Chris and Ty. Now I need a suggestion for Ty and Patrick.
Expensive plumbers.
You are enunciating everything here tonight, Chad. Expensive plumbers. Expensive I spelled that all jacked up. Plumbers. All right. Expensive plumbers. And I need a suggestion. I need a suggestion for Patrick and Gabe. The final suggestion.
Okay, final suggestion would be flat earthers.
Flat earther.
No.
And you know, Chad does not approve of this because he did not enunciate any of that. He almost said it as one whole word.
Flat
Flat earther.
This scene is going to be so
they don't
easy because I am a
deserve it.
flat earther. So, oh my god.
So once again, just to reiterate, the first scene with Gabe and Chris is about
Geometry.
geometry. All right, the next scene with Chris and Ty is about
Comic books.
all right. The next scene with Ty and Patrick,
Expensive plumbers.
and the final scene with Patrick and Gabe.
Flat
Flat
earthers.
All right, so we're going to start with the first scene, geometry, with Gabe and Chris in 3, 2, and 1.
I want my ruler back.
Well, you'll have to do good on your essay to get it back.
That was my grandfather's ruler. He had it in the war. He hid it from the Nazis. I won't tell you where, but I want my ruler back.
Well, now I just feel terrible. I was trying to promote your writing skills. I mean, you're a very skilled mathematician, but when it comes to writing, you're just dog shit.
Well, I don't write. I geom. All right? That is why I'm a geometry major in high school.
Oh, very well. Here's your filthy ruler.
Thank you.
Comic books.
I am so excited to meet Steven Stein. He's my favorite comic book writer, and he also does the illustrations. It's so phenomenal.
Yeah, kid. Everybody's excited for him. All right?
Yeah.
This book signing is going to be great. It's going to be off the chain, as your kids say. All right? Yeah. Here's the thing. Don't touch the author. Don't look directly at the author. Do not taunt the author.
Oh, okay. I can't look at any part of the author. Okay, that's fine. I can do whatever. I can do whatever I need.
Right here. Eye to temple. Eye to temple.
Okay.
All of them in the eye. Do not. All right? You don't want to have Books a Million 2008 all over again.
Oh, I heard about that.
Now, Kensington, don't
Yes,
worry
Nigel.
at all. You're going to do great on your first day, but
Thank
you
you.
just have to fix your bow tie and your coat.
Of course. Just, let me get this all buttoned up and everything. All right, Nigel, I think I'm ready for my first plum.
Oh, now we can't call it that. I mean, that's so nasty of a term. It's so common. We have to call it an executive service of a roto-rooter through your pipes to pull out the clogs of your silver laden pipes.
That's a very long title for us to say every time. I don't. My business cards just say expensive plumber. I didn't know I needed the whole thing on there.
Flat earthers.
Yes.
Personally, I am not convinced that we are not all just in a 2D world. I've moved past just a flat Earth. I think it's flat everything. I think we are just Super Mario. I'm becoming very concerned with this.
You subscribe to the two-dimensional theory. That's
Yes.
That's cutting edge stuff. I mean, it's literally just one edge that's cutting along.
Precisely. It's a cutting point.
Oh my God! What are the ramifications for science? I mean, this is amazing. This totally upends everything that they've taught us. In this sphere world they tell us.
I think that a two-dimensional world means we throw science out the window. It is no longer relevant because it was framed around a 4-dimensional world with one dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension, and then taste dimension. I can't taste anything since I got COVID, supposedly.
Comic books.
You're next in line, all right? Don't screw this up, okay?
I'm really nervous. Do you think he's gonna like my costume that I made about my favorite comic book character of his? Lead Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his sidekick Asbestos Boy.
Yeah, you just painted your T-shirt lead color, all right?
Yeah, I used real lead-based paint.
Yeah, I noticed the corpuscles in your eyes kind of do things that they shouldn't be doing. All right.
Yes, and I brought my baby brother's Asbestos Boy, and I covered him in asbestos.
Expensive clothes.
Now, listen. If there's going to be a smidge of dirt on your tuxedo, you're not going to work here anymore.
I'm sorry, Nigel. I tried my best, but unfortunately, that clog was a little too vicious for me, and I had to really put some elbow grease in there. I know we're anti-elbow grease here, but I had to put a little bit in.
You dare use elbow grease in the presence of our customers?
I had to. It was a nasty clog, Nigel.
Geometry.
And that's how my grandfather killed 9 Nazis with just 90-degree angles. 9.
Flat earthers.
So I went to the conference.
Yeah.
And the flat earthers, they said I was crazy. They said it wasn't true, that the earth is obviously in 3 dimensions, but it's still flat. How can this be?
It doesn't add up. It doesn't. They say 2, but they mean 3. That's
Geometry.
math.
If I could just please have it back.
Of course. No, here you go. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a deadly weapon. I wouldn't have confiscated it. You probably shouldn't have it at school, though.
Geometry is the greatest weapon we have as human beings. Geometry.
Seed. Oh, sorry. Seed. That's a great line. Geometry is the greatest weapon we have as human beings. That was we made up a lot of new vocabulary during that scene. We were very educational. I enjoyed that.
Oh gosh, this just got weird. All right, so our next game is for Chris and Ty, and I'm going to need some professions. I'm going to need a couple of professions. Just any jobs.
Chris Davis or Chris Inchmer?
Oh, me. It's me.
Oh, me, Chris. Okay, bye.
Stay in the show though.
Oh, yes.
So some very different professions. Just throw them out there, because what we're going to do is Chris
Ty.
is going, or Ty is going to be. I'm saying yes. Ty is going to be doing a job, but he used to do another job. So we'd getting any suggestions there, Dad? That's such a good description.
I love that intro.
Getting hard to
Ty's
buy
doing
for
a
Ty.
job, and he used to do another job. In 3, 2.
Hang with me. It's going to be good.
They'll figure it out on the fly. They're improvisers, right? No.
They will get it.
Okay.
And then I also need a suggestion of just a location.
Okay.
They'll
Well,
throw all kind of stuff at them.
yeah, I think we actually have one of those early. I'll pull one of those. But we do have a suggestion for a ventriloquist and a therapist.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to say
My worst nightmare.
that Ty used to be a ventriloquist and is now a therapist.
Okay. Super pumped about this one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm the patient. That's what I'm worried about this one.
And actually, we're good with that, I think. So this is old job, new job in 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome to our therapy session.
Hi. Thank you, Dr. Richards. I've heard great things about
Yes.
your therapizing.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really excited to have you here today. You know, it's just something that I don't really get many patients recently.
This is apparently a really great strategy here. I feel so not at ease that I'm actually more open to your suggestions here. You're kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that they told me to smile, and as long as I just kept smiling, and so I figured, hey, why not smile and talk at the same time?
Yeah, that's it's almost passive aggressive. I like it. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just here to put you at ease. Okay. Let me.
Okay.
Why don't I put on a little music for you? Okay.
Or
All right.
that might help. Yeah, I came because of my fear of clowns.
It's immersive. It's an immersive therapy. Okay, we're gonna throw you right in there. All right, because unless you face your fears, you're never gonna get over them.
Well, you're doing a real good job at that. I feel very afraid right now.
Well, good, because right now I have Mr. Clown here.
Oh,
Mr.
shit.
Clown wants to say something. He wants to say something. He's like, hey, buddy, I want to be your friend. See, he's friendly. He wants to be your friend.
All right, no, I don't want to question your professionalism here. I just, am I supposed to be talking to you or to your puppet? I'm just really confused. I'm trying to open up here, and I feel like there's more people in the room than there really needs to be.
You're right. Okay, you know what? That's fine. I'm trying all different kinds of methods. You know, you're a new patient. I gotta scope things out. So let's get all the puppets away. Why don't you talk to me for a moment? All right, just to me.
Well, it started as when I was a kid. I got left at the circus, and I wandered into the tent where the clowns were taking off their makeup, actually, and what was underneath was quite horrific.
Gotcha.
So I found this Groupon to come to you for therapy, and I figured maybe you would help. I'm regretting that decision, but
don't regret it. That means you get 3 more sessions after this one. You're already locked in for 4 sessions. So we're gonna make great progress. What I need you to do, come over here and sit on my knee for a minute. Just come over, sit on my knee. Why don't we just tell some jokes? Okay, we're gonna try this. This is gonna get you out of the mindset. So I'm gonna give you a lead-in, right? I'm gonna give you a lead-in, and then you're just going to hit me with a punchline. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I might be, hey, buddy. Hey, how's it going? So I heard that you have a new hobby.
Ooh, yes, I collect stamps. I don't think I like this therapy here, doctor.
I'm trying everything. These are all the known practices for therapy. But you can go ahead and get off my lap now if you want, if that makes you feel better.
It does make me feel a lot better. Can I just lay on your couch and you just ask me about my dreams or something?
Yes. There is one more therapy that I have not tried yet. So yes, please lay on the couch. But if you wouldn't mind laying face down for me, I will turn you into a puppet.
And scene. I had to call that one there. Oh my gosh, my face hurts.
No. Please keep going.
Don't we need to go like 90 days without an incident for Twitch? Because
I was heading toward an incident. Yeah.
At first, Gabe, I thought you were saying you need to go 90 days without an incident for a therapist. I was like, dang, that's a big leeway.
The ghost of Jim Henson is not pleased.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, that went places that I will definitely dream about for the next week or so. But meanwhile, moving on, we're going to go ahead and move on to, ironically, something called Good, Bad, Worse. Now, guys,
that's like that scene. It went from good to bad to worse.
Yeah, and this is for everyone because right now, as a public service, we would like to help solve your problems. We here at CGI, we feel that we have the experience as improvisers needed to offer advice on several levels, and those levels happen to be good advice, bad advice, and worse advice. So we give you the full range of options so you can choose the advice that works for you. So what I'm going to need from you in the chat is pretty much just any question, anything that we can help you with. And we'll be sure to give you good advice, bad advice, and worse advice. And don't forget Facebook and YouTube if you're out there watching, and I know you are. Go ahead and put yours in as well. I mean, everybody just give me questions as to what you need help with, and I'll be sure to go ahead and start asking it of our panel of experts. And what a panel they are. By the way, thank you so much to, Patrick Lim for gifting a Tier 1 sub. So, hey, appreciate that. All right, folks. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and need those questions, so go ahead and start putting them in the chat right now, or I will start imitating an auctioneer until you do. Can I get one little question, and then I'm going to get one little question in the chat, and sold to the...
Got him!
All right.
Look how fast they're popping out now.
Yeah, they are.
Please stop.
Okay. Ellie1927 asks, how do you hire or train good people at work? We need good advice from Chris with a K.
So when it comes to a good training regimen for your employees, make sure that you have things written down in a very concise and coherent manner of your expectations for your employees, and a very well orchestrated and laid out training regimen and plan, along with things that they may need to look out for in order that, roadblocks that they may have in their training protocol or procedure.
All right, from there we go to bad advice. I saw Ty first.
Yes, I would suggest finding some sort of VHS tape from the early 90s and just show them that from that tape, all the proper procedures and protocols over the span of a 4-hour block, and then just never talk to them again. Just leave that one block, see it all, and then get out.
And getting out to the worst advice, let's go over to Patrick.
Let them know that you're working at a boys' club. Boys are going to be boys, and if a secretary looks good, tell her she looks good. Maybe give her a little pat on the butt. Just you want to be friendly, very very friendly, and handsy is another adjective I would use.
Okay, Ellie, be sure to let folks know that you are part of a boys' club. That would be great. All right, go ahead and start. Keep the questions coming in the chat. We'll move on to JazzRay02, who asks, I forgot how to ride a bike. What should I do? We need really good advice on this, guys, because this is a problem that's affecting many. Patrick.
If you forgot how to ride a bike, that clearly means you knew how to at one point. Just hop back on. Like the phrase says, it's as easy as relearning to ride a bike. So just hop back on there and be confident with it.
Okay. I love that. And we're going to move from there to bad advice with Chris with a CH.
Find a neighbor with a small child with a bike with training wheels on it. And if that kid cries, it doesn't matter. You have to learn how to ride a bike. So take that bike. And by take, I mean take it. And, just hope for the best.
Eminent domain. I love it. All right, Melanie with the worst advice.
Adrenaline should not be underestimated. So you get on that bike, you find the nearest highway, freeway, with the cars flying by, you just get on it. Don't even do the helmet, because that's just going to slow you down. And you just, eyes ahead, merge right into that traffic, and you will be surprised at how well you can ride that bike.
That's exactly how I learned back in Walker County, Alabama. Okay, let's move on to an anonymous person in the chat who asks, how do I tell Patrick I want to break up with him? We need good advice on this. Really good advice from Gabe.
Really, all you got to do is first tell him happy birthday and then just tell him it's over. I think quick and painless is always best.
All right, moving on to the bad advice from Chris with a K.
Don't talk to him anymore. Ghost him, move out. And it's your breakup. You should enjoy it. And if it causes him frustration, the more power to you.
All right, let's move on to the worst advice from Melanie.
Get a broom. Get a broom and then sweep him right out of your house. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then take that broomstick and whoosh, boom. Off
I'm
it
going to do a
goes.
ventriloquist.
Make sure you take the dog, too.
Basically ventriloquism, yes.
That was the most violent thing. And please tune in on Tuesday night so you can actually get a little bit more context for that joke. But hey. All right, let's move on. Ellie, 1927 again. How do I cook dinner to impress a date? We'll need good advice on this. Let's get really good. Melanie.
Yes. Okay. Starters, light a candle because it just makes everything romantic. And then do a really easy recipe that you've done before, that you know you can perfect. And the key is to make sure that you have wine poured so that romance can follow.
Oh, that made me tear up. Let's go to bad advice from Gabe.
Yeah, I find that you can never go wrong with Hungry Man and TV trays. Nothing's more romantic than just the blue screen light of a monitor washing over your delicious, delicious microwavable steak.
Made me hungry. Patrick, with the worst advice.
So you want to get a nice meat dish, maybe a chicken. Serve that medium rare to rare. Maybe even a chicken tartare, with just straight raw. You want to cover that with a reduction of some sort of oil, possibly like a motor oil. And then the sides, just you have to pick your own sides. I can't plate your entire thing for you.
You should take that to YouTube. I think they have a spot for you.
Chicken tartare.
In the weird part. Okay. And last but certainly not least, we have RM Little, who in her very first question on this asks, how should I best prepare to give a work presentation? We need good advice on this one. Good advice from Ty.
Yes. So practice. Really, a lot of times it's good to just practice in front of a mirror so that you can see yourself and you can practice making eye contact with people as you're looking out. It gives you some confidence in what your material is, but just practice. Know your material and you'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Confidence. Love it. We have Patrick with the bad advice.
So you want to prepare a really, really intriguing and invigorating PowerPoint. And what you want to do is you want to put a lot of words in there and just go ahead and read all those words off the screen. Don't look at your audience at all. Just kind of go through the presentation as you will, and just make sure you read word for word. Do not freestyle at all.
I took 5 bathroom breaks while you did that, Patrick. All right, and finally, with the worst advice, take us home, Chris with a C.
Make sure you lock all of the exits except for one. Have somebody you know and trust pull the fire alarm. As everyone's panicking and can't escape, you know the one route. Lead everybody to safety, and no one will care about your presentation at all.
End scene.
Nice done. That's good. Good stuff. Hey, Ty, would you want to intro and run scene 3 ways?
Sure, I can do that. All right. Well, so what we're going to need from the audience, what we're going to need in the chat are 3 different genres. 3 different genres that could be film, theater, or television styles. 3 different ones for us, please. Or actually, just keep listing. I don't know why you need 3. Chad will pick 3. So you just give us as many as you want. Chad will then just pick 3 out of them. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, so what we're going to use those suggestions in this scene, and by we, I mean Melanie and Chris are going to be using these suggestions in this next scene. We call this scene 3 ways, even though it's really scene 4 ways. So what's going to happen is they're going to be doing a regular scene, and then I'm going to give them the 3 genres that you provide, and they are going to have to do the same scene 3 more times in those various genres. So it's good. It's always a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun. Good times. And we're just going to pull an old suggestion from the back of the queue, if you will, from the old suggestions. I'm just going to keep rambling until Chad gives me some sort of signal that he has some suggestions coming in, and then we'll be going on with the show. Chad, do we have any suggestions?
Well, I'll go ahead and I have the suggestion for the scene. The suggestion for the scene itself will be a rock band.
Ooh, rock band. A rock band. A real rock band, not an air rock band, I'm guessing.
Sure. All right.
We'll see.
So to start out with, we'll have a documentary.
Oh, good. Documentary. Oh, I guess I should probably type this in here. Just a second. Documentary. Good.
An 1800s period piece.
18. That's a broad period piece. That's a whole century there.
Maybe in England was the so like a Downton Abbey type thing.
The tag hashtag made in England. All right,
yeah,
cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
800
Made
sure.
in England. Yeah.
And finally, you
1800s period piece made in England. That's the longest suggestion.
It's a great one. I'm looking forward to it.
We have very specific taste out there. And finally, you knew it was coming. Musical.
Uh-oh. Yay! Musical. Okay. Alrighty. So we're gonna run them straight in that order. I think that's gonna be fun. I think that sounds good to me. And the suggestion for this was rock band. So they're just gonna do about a minute-ish, roughly, just a shortish kind of scene, just regular, and then we're gonna see it in those 3 styles that you provided. So this is scene 3 ways with Melanie and Chris with rock band as a suggestion in 3, 2, 1.
You see the telltale groupie coming up to the bass player. Watch the bass player admonish the groupie for even daring to come up. For you see, the bass player is the last to ever get any action. Of course, the drummer is known to get action, but it's the lead guitarist you'll see.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing, dude. Like, I don't know why you're narrating what's happening. It's weird.
I don't know. I was hit with one of the lights after the show.
Yeah.
This is how I do now. This is how I communicate. Also, I'm British now for some reason.
That's all right, dude. That's all right. Like, we were incredible tonight. We were incredible. The audiences just, we really appreciate, you, observing our show and being such a supportive audience because, There's only like 10 of you out there, so.
Yes, I'm one of 10, but one of tens of people who enjoy your music. Of course, not tonight. There's no one here.
And scene. All right, good. So, Chris is actually a man after my own heart. He is truly making this scene 3 ways, and I appreciate it. So, Chris already went for the documentary, and I love it. And you know what? Chris Ginschmier, this is how it should be. Seen 3 different ways. So, thank you. Thank you.
Did I mess something up?
No, you did it perfectly. You did it exactly the way it should be. So I love it. All right.
You're
So
never
we're gonna go ahead and just
again, Todd.
no, I love it. This is the way it needs to be from now on. All right. So we're gonna move right ahead into 1800s period piece made in England because we already got the glory of the documentary. See how much better? It's more streamlined this way. I love it.
There you go.
All right. So, this is the 1800s period piece made in England version of the rock band. In 3, 2, 1.
Huzzah! 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 It was brilliant.
If only I could, huzzah. You see, I can no longer enjoy your music. I caught the consumption off a latrine.
Oh, no. Oh, not the consumption. Good God. But you're one of a very few of the meager souls that come to see us huzzah anymore.
Yes, you see, your music, it tantalizes me, my soul, but since I've caught the consumption, I have no control over my body. I seem to rock here and roll around, and that's all I can do. I writhe around in pain every time you play music.
Oh my. Well, we've got to fix that. We've got to perhaps get some kind of Merlin to cast a spell on you to bring the music back into your soul so that you can huzzah with us.
A Merlin? Why, that's Poppycock and Balderdash. Leeches are the way to go.
Well,
And scene. Great. Wonderful.
Poppycock and Balderdash.
Yes, which is a great addition to the scene. I
They're
love
free.
it.
They're free.
The only thing that could make this any better is if we add some music to it. So let's do the same scene, this time as a musical. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, I'm so glad you came.
I'm so glad you explained. Lyrics from the stage.
Yeah, it's so important for the audience to be tuned into our song.
It's so great for the audience. We can think as well as sing along.
Yes! And there's only 3 of you now because the rest of them ran away. So sing.
But you only need 3 to rock out today. Oh, I've got to go pick up the kids. I'm sorry.
And scene.
That was the musical called Poppycock and Balderdash.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Oh, goodness.
Class.
Oh, I love it. Chris, I cannot tell you how great that made me feel that we finally got back to the way it should be, which is seen 3 ways, the way it should be. So thank you.
We're gonna have fundamental differences, Ty.
Ty, you're the improv equivalent of a flat earther.
Mommy and Daddy
They're
are
going,
fighting.
no.
I thought Chris was doing he's doing documentary that's British. Wait, we're doing all 3 scenes at
All
once.
3.
Like,
I would have loved it. All right, so we're going to move into our next game here.
Face.
This is a game for Chris with a K, Chris Ginschmier, and Patrick with a P. And this is, yes, just in case you didn't know. So this is a game called Letter Sub. What I need 2 common consonants. 2 common consonants. Not vowels, not uncommon consonants like Q or Z, but 2 common ones. Maybe your 2 favorite consonants. I know everyone tends to have a top 5 favorite consonants. So if you just want to list some of your favorite ones, that'd be fine. What we're going to do here, and again, by we, I mean Chris and Patrick, are going to be doing a scene. And throughout the scene, they're actually going to have to replace a letter with another letter. And so we're gonna choose that by the letters that you provide us. So And also, since a letter is a pretty easy thing, you should just type in letters. You literally have all of them right there in front of you on a keyboard. So you should just be able to type one in.
Randomly hits them. Yeah.
Shouldn't take much time or thought. So what I need also is, can I get like a location that you would go to, like a building, but not a city or a country, but like a type of building or a park or something like that. That kind of thing, that kind of location. If we can get one of those for us to have this scene in, that would be lovely. So, Chad, do we have the letters coming in?
Yes, we have F and T.
F and T.
So the letter F we're substituting with the letter T.
Yes. So all Fs are now T's. All Fs are now T's. It doesn't go backwards. Not all T's are Fs. Just all Fs are T's. All right.
So falafel is now telatl.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're going to... can I get a suggestion for a type of food that you might find at a Greek restaurant? Just for Patrick. I'm just kidding. Do we have any locations coming in?
I was about to say, we had several
Please say
locations.
Greek restaurant. Please say
Greek restaurant. Greek restaurant. Patrick knows what he's saying the whole time. He's saying telatl the whole time.
We actually have a suggestion for a mattress store. So
Mattress store. Good. I like it. Okay, so this is a scene in a mattress store. All F's are now T's with Chris and Patrick in 3, 2, 1.
Hello? Can I help you find what you're looking for?
Hi, I'm looking toward a new mattress, and I have quite the list of things that I need to have the mattress be.
Okay. If you would like to tell me maybe your preference to mattresses, do you like them SOT or term?
I like them term, and I need a tull-sized mattress.
Tull-sized mattress, not a twin or a queen. Okay, fine. Time. We have a large selection here. Not 30, not torty, but titty different selections of mattresses for you to choose from.
I mean, that's why I came to Trank's titty mattress warehouse.
I am Trank, and I have titty mattresses for you to choose from.
Now, I have to ask, is it okay to touch all the titty mattresses?
Well, we don't have all titty out in the showroom. We only have about 30 different choices toward you. Allow me to recommend the comfort level mattress. This one has a controller for you to press on the button and choose your amount of turnness.
Now,
I start at a titty. It goes 200.
don't have a lot of money, so I need to see maybe like you might have on sale, like a bargain. Do you have like a?
Well, we do finance. You can finance with us. It's interest tree. It's an interest tree finance for 50 months, titty months, and it's 0% interest.
Well, I think that looking around here, I see these two of all the titties here. I think these two are my favorite.
Your favorite. These are your favorite mattresses.
Either the right or the let. I don't know which is.
Look.
The let seems bigger.
It may to you. Look. Allow me to get you a cup of coffee, and we can hash out the details of your mattress decisions.
And scene. Oh, man.
Man, the word 50 really comes out strange in that game.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
That
my
was
gosh.
awesome.
Oh,
Oh, that was new. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to our final game here. This is it's one of our favorites as well.
Okay. Not the title game.
Yeah, the title
the title game.
This is Choose a Loser. Ty will be our contestant. So he will go into our soundproof booth of pulling out his headphones. We are going to have Chris, Melanie, and Patrick will be our losers. Chris will be number 2. I think Melanie is number 1, Chris is number 2, and Patrick is number 3. So what I need is suggestions from the audience while Ty can't hear us are different things of maybe famous people. They could be alive or dead, real or fake. Also maybe some occupations or jobs that people might have. Maybe some suggestions of quirks or traits or situations someone might be in. Like maybe they're turning into a dragon before your very eyes, those sorts of things. And we're going to use those to endow our losers and Ty will have to, through a series of questions, try and figure out who they are. I'm still stuck in that last game in my head, so I'm trying to get out of it.
We all are.
Chad, do we have any suggestions coming through right now of maybe famous people alive or dead, real or fake, or some occupations or whatnots?
Oh yeah, they're certainly flying in. We have a suggestion for Morgan Freeman, Shrek, James Bond, SpongeBob SquarePants, Dr. Dolittle, Grindelwald, and Captain Picard.
I think I'm good with those. All right, so how about, do we have any quirks or traits or maybe some interesting occupations?
Someone who only answers using the Socratic method, found the nerd. An accountant, someone who's a presidential candidate, has a really dry tongue.
Okay. So first off, let's go ahead and I think James Bond. I think we'll go ahead and do that with Chris. We'll have you be James Bond. I've already forgotten most of these that came through.
I think if there's ever one person we can have actually get Grindelwald, who is a very obscure Harry Potter character.
Is that you?
It might be the person wearing a Quidditch World Cup T-shirt right now.
So are you offering to be Grindelwald? Is that what you're saying?
I will be Grindelwald.
Okay. And then Melanie, I'd like you to be Dr. Dolittle, if that's fine with you. And let's see, how about the quirks or traits there, Chad?
Let's see. Only answers
dry
the correct
tongue?
method. Dry tongue, or falls for another contestant after the first round.
Okay, how about Dr. Dolittle? Why don't we throw that out at you? You fall for another contestant after the first round.
Okay.
And then we've got Grindelwald. That's tough enough. And then James Bond, Chris, just to throw a little twist, you're also James Bond, who's is an accountant. Like maybe he's that's his new digs or something. Just to throw that in there as a little extra spice.
Most CIA people are accountants. Yeah.
Yeah. My name is Bond, CPA Bond. All right. So can we get just to review, refresh for everyone? Melanie, you are
Dr. Dolittle, who falls for somebody after the first round.
all right. And contestant 2, Chris, you are
I am James Bond, but also an accountant.
all right. And contestant 3, you are.
Why, I'm Grindelwald, of course.
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
have fun
good.
with this one.
All right, have fun with it. I didn't endow you with it. You chose that one. All right, so let's go ahead and give Ty the universal signal to put his headphones back in. Welcome to Choose a Loser. Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, my name is Sarah, and I love knitting.
Well, Sarah, we have a lot of knitters for you to, well, none of them are knitters, but we've got a lot of potential needles for you to choose from here at Choose a Loser. So as you know, this is your 4th time on the show. Just proceed with your round of questioning, and after the 3rd round, I'll come back and ask you to choose your loser.
Wonderful. All right, loser number 1. Like I said, I love to knit. That's one of my favorite hobbies. So what kind of hobbies do you have?
Well, I love to be out in nature because I do not understand the human race, but I prefer the creatures with a little different face. And I like to be out among them, communicating, if you will.
Awesome, wonderful, great. That's so cool. I love nature and stuff. Loser number 2. You know, when I knit all kinds of things like clothes and scarves and socks and hats and stuff like that. Do you have a favorite type of item of clothing that you have?
Yes, I'd like a cozy for my gun. Keeps my gun warm and my bullets warmer.
Ooh, I can knit you a little cozy for your gun and for your bullets.
But don't tell anyone, it's secret.
Oh, I won't tell anyone. Don't you worry. All right, you know these people sound very nice. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, loser number 3. Let's keep this ball rolling with you. I love to go to swap meets and stuff, so I can trade my knitting in for fun things. If you were to take me to the swap meet, what kind of vehicle would you take me in?
Oh, I would take you by a broom, of course. There's no other mode of magical transportation than that. Maybe a portkey or maybe apparition, but no, a broom is always my favorite way to travel.
Awesome, wonderful. I hope we can both fit on that. All right, loser number 1. When I was at school, my favorite subject was science. I used to love science in school. What was your favorite subject in school and why?
My favorite subject was recess because I was allowed to go outside and commune with the creatures. And sometimes people thought I was crazy because I would say hello and they would say, well, hello back. And speaking of hello, do you know that gentleman who's got the number 2? Because he's very, very cute. Do you know him? I mean, can you introduce us?
You're sitting right next to him, so I think you can just say hello. So you probably know more about him than I do at this point. Loser number 2. Speaking of, let me get to know you a little bit better, loser number 2. I would love to travel one day, see the world, see what kinds of knitting things that people have all over the world. Expand my knitting horizons. So where would you take me if we were to have an exotic trip?
First of all, we'd go to Monaco, one of my favorite haunts. But it might be a bit dangerous. I have a license to kill. But 2 months out of the year, I have a license to make sure you don't get audited.
Oh, wonderful. Those are my 2 favorite things is taxes and killing. That's what I love. Death and taxes, the only 2 things that are always for sure. All right, loser number 3. Loser number 3. I have a question for you. I love to eat. There's all kinds of foods out there I like to try. I like to try new stuff. What would you cook for me if you were going to cook me a romantic dinner?
Oh, if I would take you, I would not cook you. I would take you to a restaurant. I would take you to a restaurant near Godric's Hollow, where the Peveril family used to live, where we can investigate their graves and we can investigate things that they had in their possession, and then we can do all sorts of things where we can eat and we can also kill. We can kill. I kill too. You said you like killing. I kill. I'm cool.
Oh, cool. Okay, you seem like you're trying a little too hard there. Why don't you just, pump the brakes a little bit? I'm trying so hard. Just be yourself. Loser number 1, I got one last question for you. I would love to have a romantic way of somebody proposing to me. It's always my dream to have some romantic proposing for marriage, that kind of thing. Proposal, I think is what they actually call it. What would be the most romantic way that you can think of to propose to me?
Well, I think it would be like in those Disney movies where the animals came to life, but in real life. And I would come upon you in the woods and I'd have a little bunny rabbit talk to you and deer talk to you. And I just think it would be extraordinary. But I do have to confess to you that I have a great deal of debt due to my medical degree. And I'm curious if number 2, what his rates are on those taxes, because he's really very cute, and he also could probably handle my medical debt and maybe kill some of my debtors.
Oh, okay. Loser number 1. I think the show's about me, not about loser number 2. But thank you very much. All right, loser number 2, on to you. So I have one last question for you as well. I am a very traditional person, and so is my father. So how would you ask my father to marry me if we got to that point?
Well, I would meet your father, get down on one knee, and while he wasn't looking, grab his leg, judo chop, karate, judo chop, And when I get the drop on him, I would say, have you done your 1040?
Oh, that's so romantic. I love a man who just beats up my father. That sounds wonderful. All right, loser number 3. Loser number 3. I have one last question for you. I would love to have kids one day. You know, it might be fun to have kids. What would you want to name our kids? And how many kids do you think you might want?
Oh, I would like to have too many kids to name. They could all go to Durmstrang just like their father did. And they could also inherit the Deathly Hallows once I unite them. Once I find the Resurrection Stone and the Elder Wand and the Invisibility Cloak, I can find all of them. And that rat Dumbledore, who I grew up with, who I would summer with, he always said I would never find them. But I will find them one day. I will find them. I will reunite them. I will be immortal.
Well,
Wonderful. Okay, great.
We looked long and
lost
hard.
myself a bit there.
We looked long and hard for these losers. Have
Apparently.
you decided which one you would like to choose?
Well, I do not think I want loser number 3, because loser number 3 is Gellert Grindelwald.
That is correct.
At first, I thought he was.
Fly away.
At first,
Broom.
At first, I thought he was just a German Harry Potter, but works out either way. All right. And I do not think I want loser number 2, because loser number 2 is some sort of a tax pro who's also James Bond.
Absolutely. He's an accountant, James Bond. Nicely
Yes.
done.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm James Bond, who's also a tax pro.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should put that in my orders next time.
Now
Sorry
you know
about
too
that.
much.
Oh no.
Oh no, I just.
Okay, good. I was really worried. I was like,
Calculator. It's a calculator. It's just I just want to.
gotcha.
May not get it audited. That's how I hold a calculator.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I will choose loser number 1 is who I'm going to choose, because for the life of me, I cannot remember her name. And for some reason, I have Jane in my mind. Is it not Jane?
I have a medical degree. I'm a doctor
Doctor. Yeah, I understood the doctor.
who can talk to animals.
The animals.
Yes. I
She doesn't do a lot.
It sounds like
Oh my gosh, are you Dr. Doolittle?
Yes.
Who,
Okay.
And
Who is in a lot of debt?
who's falling in love with contestant number 2?
Oh.
Or interested in contestant
Oh,
number 2.
I see. Yes, okay.
Nicely done.
Doctor, meet me out back after the game. Will
Dr. Jane works too.
It's Jane Doolittle.
I
Dr.
thought-
Jane Doolittle.
I
Yeah.
thought you were. And somebody help me out because my mind's going crazy.
Jane
here.
Goodall?
I thought you were Jane Goodall. That's who I thought you were.
That works.
She's Jane do a lot of Goodall. That's what it is.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, that
no Jane Goodall.
that is our show, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Chad, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yes, I actually
Any special announcements?
we actually have a very special announcement, and
I figured we would.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple things here that are a little unorthodox for tonight. So first of all, I'm gonna put all of the actors on mute real quick. Okay, so nobody can hear you in the chat. It's just me in the chat right now. All right, guys. So oh, they absolutely cannot hear you right now. So. But I can, so I'm turning you off now too. So right now in our little Zoom chat, I'm going to post a link, but do not click it yet, Cass. Do not click it yet. Click it when I tell you, because I will be showing the audience a little something that I think all of you are going to want to see at pretty much the same time. So as a little bit of an intro to this, everything that you see here at CGI is pretty much made by everybody you see on screen. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes, a lot of stuff, involving tech, a lot of stuff involving, the Twitch and what have you. And we also, of course, have, Patrick to thank for, all the great graphics and everything that happen. And of course, it is Patrick's birthday. So for tonight, we're going to do a little bit of something that we kind of put together just to show our appreciation and wish Patrick a happy birthday. And now you guys can go ahead and click on your YouTube in 3, 2, 1. And for the audience at home, hope you enjoy.
I kind of forgot to put the VHS tape into the camcorder like you want to do the whole retro thing. So would it be too much to ask for you to just go ahead and just redo the entire wedding? I'm not mad about this game. I'm just very, very disappointed. How many golfers think they can change a light bulb? Three. One to screw it in, and two to carry a bag full of spare bulbs, wires, and sockets. He's got a cat. Where's the diarrhea? It was that joke. I found it! I would describe you now as slippery.
As Rachel in the chat is saying, "Give us the broom," and is starting a chant of "broom, broom, broom."
Oh man,
he is in the same house as me. If she wants to come and take Sleepy from me, come take it from my cold, dead hands. I want to have a lot of kids. A lot of kids. I don't want to answer the question, to lead you on, because so this might be something of a cliffhanger that I can't answer that question because if you really have kids, I think we can have a lot of kids. We just have to train up to be bosses. I was trying to be clever, and it didn't work. So yeah.
He took the broom. Patrick, she took it.
Broom keeper.
Dude, can we give Rachel bonus points on the scorecard right now, dude?
I
Stealing broom.
It's fake news. I mean, George just he's just jealous. He's my little brother. He's always had hand-me-downs, and you're now just the latest hand-me-down.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, just kind of a quick little question. Do you have any recording devices on you or around you? And if you do have them, might you please turn them off?
Yes. No. Yes, I will turn them off, but no, I don't have any, so that's moot.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
In 3, 2, and 1.
Thank you for standing by with technical difficulties there. I am your host, Danny Caldwell. Our top story tonight, 4 local homeowners on Baltic Avenue are up in arms after hearing their homes are being demolished to make way for a new hotel. When reached for comment, Mr. Monopoly, the investor on the project, declined to comment. It's fake news. Sweepy's Movie Club, big announcement here. We've gone digital with Sweepy's Movie Club. We're now on Instagram at Sweepy's Movie Club. We're now up to 0 followers. Shh. I can see you. I can see old man McMurdy's reflection in your eyes.
I can see it. I can see it with my eyes.
He already took away our kids.
I love you. And Dean.
It's fake news.
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
To relive all those moments, we have to be nice to each other again.
Yes,
Ah.
we
All
have to
those
be
nice
nice
things
to
you
each
said
other.
about
Okay.
Patrick.
Yeah.
Oh man, but hey, you guys really laid it on there thick. Like I mean, you were too much. Ugh.
All right, but seriously, RM Little in the chat, thank you so much for the suggestion on this. Patrick's girlfriend, longtime supporter of the show. Happy birthday to Patrick, and thank you for everything you do for CGI. We really do appreciate it, and we hope that you enjoyed that. The non-echo version of that will be posted to the YouTube channel and hopefully a highlight on Twitch later. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and you can experience it in its full glory. But for now, thank you so much, Patrick. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Piercing Wit, Mvon7843, Jana Fidgets, Patrick Lynn 5, hey, there you go, Eagle Panini, and Mvon7843 again. Thank you so much, you guys, for your bit cheers and subs and everything for tonight. Those little bits help. And thank you to everyone who watched on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, wherever you were. Thank you for the suggestions. Thank you for being great chatters. And a very special thank you to Chris for guest starring tonight. Chris Davis, longtime fan myself. And I'm going to turn it over to Chris with the K for the final word.
Well, thank you, Chad. And once again, happy birthday, Patrick. We'll see you again next year. This was his final show for... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all of your suggestions. We do this every Thursday, Saturday night at 7:30. And on Tuesday nights, we have our Jackbox game show. So those of you guys who want to be a part of join us for our Jackbox game shows. If you've seen those, please go to our website, chaoticgoodimprov.com. We've got a sign up under the contacts if you're interested in wanting to join us for those. We also have some merchandise available. We've got t-shirts and mugs and baby onesies and all sorts of cool stuff with our logo, CGI on there. If you're interested to help support us that way, or, they make great Rosh Hashanah gifts, which is coming up for all of my Jewish friends that are coming out. So with that, let me go ahead and say a big thank you for all of our cast that helped us out here play the game tonight. So a big round of applause for Gabe.
Gabe!
We had Melanie. We had Ty. We had Patrick. Our very special guest and fantastic comedian, improviser, artist, Chris Davis. Is there anything you want to plug, Chris? You got anything special coming up?
Just Walking Around with Chris is every day at noon Central Standard Time. Check your local listings. Live on Facebook. If you don't catch it live, it posts to my Facebook page. That's Chris Oz Davis on Facebook.
Awesome, and please check that out if you haven't already. It's a great 30 minutes in the middle of your day. And of course, to always thank Chad, our tech guy, the guru, our hostmaster general, for making all of this stuff work.
Who sometimes those things will echo, but hey.
Thank you guys, and my name is Chris. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Bye.